What's up, everybody? Oop, forgot I got to change the sound. Let's get this all figured out. There we go. That's better. There we go. Okay, welcome Sunday. Sunday evening. How y'all doing? Hopefully you had a good weekend. All right, let's just get this checked out. And we're good to go. Uh-oh, 1 second. Need to get my pre-caffeine boost going. We're all good now. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome in. All right, we have to get some of these roses done. Unfortunately, D and B. And this will be for Barbara's roses. Barbara. So this is the last day you can order the Valentine's roses and get them on time. So we're making them from here on out, but today is the last day that we will have them up for that, because we won't have time to do it after that. So we got to get them done now. So let's get started. Let me make sure I got plenty of material in here. Okay, got a little silver. We've got some gold. Yep. A little bit of gold and silver. We should be okay. Let me make sure I got a little bit of gold on this guy. Maybe. Yeah, I actually got gold on this one too. All right, we're good. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Yeah, happy first day of February. Okay, let's get started. We're going to go right into it. We're going to haul butt. We are going to boogie. And let me make sure I hit the mark. I do. All right, we're good. How was everybody's weekend? What's up, Colleen? Oh, the one, your mom likes it? That's awesome. Thank you for saying that. That's cool. Uh-oh. Ooh, before we get going, I got to add a little water. My water dish is low. Got to add it in there. There we go. Got to make sure it is good to go. All right, let's get going. All right, we are rocking and rolling. Here we go. Gonna get started here. I hope everything works all right. I literally tore the whole computer apart today. I went to go add a little item to it to add more webcams, and it didn't fit. So I had to put it back together, but in the meantime, I had to tear everything apart and redo it. So that part kind of sucked. That's all right. All right, let's go. About every third or fourth petal, I will show you where we're at as we're constructing the flower. We're going to be doing a lot of gold and silver fuming, which is the process of vaporizing the glass or the metal into the glass. It literally turns the hot metals into kind of like a vapor, nanoparticles, and they fly through the flame onto the glass, coloring it. Bring that down. Okay, we have 2 more petals, and I'll show you where we're at. We'll be going on to the side cam for that. Bring it down here. I gotta come up with something other than tropical or aquatic for the little showpiece there. We got the jellyfish and the dolphins up. I gotta do something different. What's up, Groves? And there we go. Okay, let's go to side cam. See if it works. Okay, it's working so far. All right, so there is the view of the flower before we really get started. It doesn't look like much right now. It has a hard time. It's very difficult to see what it's going to be later. But they do evolve. But that's kind of the way we build it. It morphs from a little ugly duckling to a beautiful little flower. And here we go. What do you guys want? You want tight view or narrow view? What do you want? We can go up to here. Back it down a little. About there. But let's get the jellyfish in there. We can go a little closer. There. Gives you a little view. Not quite as tight in, but close enough. How much gas is used? A lot. Oxygen and propane. All right, we're going to put 2 more petals on, and I'll show you where we're at. We're going to buzz it right in. What is he talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, 1 more petal on here. Where did I just put that last one? Right there. And we're good. Let's go to side cam so you guys can see where we are so far. So now it starts to kind of form up. I mean, it's not quite a flower yet. It's just kind of like a bud of flower. It's not there. And bring it back. And here we go. Yeah, we got a boogie on these tonight. Oh, you know, a lot of orders come in. Pop it in. Scoot that in there. Oops, 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 oops. That almost got away from me. It was running. All right, let's get the third one on here, and should start to look kind of like a flower now. We should be getting into that flowery territory. It won't be like a fully developed flower yet until we get the next 6 petals on, but it starts to shape and form. Usually about 9 to 10. It starts looking pretty uniform and getting into a position that it looks good. All right, we're going to bring it out here. I did adjust this camera a little bit, so we got a little better focus on the didymium. There we are. Now you can see it's starting to fill out. We don't have a full-blown flower yet, but it's getting close. 6 more petals and it'll be good to go. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. If you are new to the channel, welcome in. We are making Valentine's roses right now. They are pre-ordered. This is the last day to actually order them, and where I'll be able to guarantee get them to you before Valentine's. Because as some people will attest, USPS can take forever sometimes. Any service, especially with the weather right now. All right, these are the bigger petals, so they're a little bit tiny, like a little bit bigger than the previous ones we were doing. And it just kind of helps fill everything out. And if you have stuck around this long, I would say give me a couple minutes, finish this up, and when we get to the coloring phase, it's well worth it to stay and watch. The application of the color is where it gets to be a lot of fun. So we'll be there in roughly 3 minutes. I don't answer any pricing on here. You can send me a message at thefieryguy.com. Because, yeah, we can give you a price once I know exactly what you're looking at. But I can tell you right now, we are pretty booked on customs. There's a semi-long wait list on custom orders. You get to pick the color of the flower out of the ones that we have choices of. You pre-order at thefieryguy.com. They're all on there. There's 4 choices. I can go over the choices. The flowers are sitting over here. I can show you right now, after I finish this one, what they look like. And then you'll be able to get a better look at it. All right, 2 more petals, and then we're going to color this guy up. Two more petals. 2 petals, and then we have to add the little support down on the bottom of the base, and this will be ready to go. We're going to add the color. And we're going to blend it in. Right there. I do not have snakes on hand at all. Okay. There we go. One, two, right there. And here we go. Gonna pop it out. Again, this one is for Barbara. In fact, we have 2 to make for her. So after this, we're gonna make her second one, and that order will be complete. And if she's not on, I'll let her know. I do make custom stuff for customers, but I will tell you right now, we are pretty slammed on custom orders. We are months out. We are literally months out on orders of custom. Because custom always takes a heck of a lot longer. Because it's custom. Okay, one more little extension down here. There we are. All right, we're to the point where we're going to make it look amazing. We're going to preheat this a little bit. Okay, so the first color we're going to do is the kind of yellow orangey one. So we got the flower in its clear form right now, and we're going to vaporize it with some silver. First process. Little tiny chunk of silver on the end of this rod. I don't know if you can see it right there. Oh, the camera's not focusing very well. Bring it back up. Oh, it's trying to focus the flower. Anyway, there's a little tiny chunk of silver right there. See it? Hi. All right, here we go. So we're going to vaporize it. You're going to see it in real time. So the silver is going to preheat right inside this flame. And the silver is going to get lighter than the flame. And it's going to use the flame as a conduit and transfer up like that. And it just silver plated it. Okay, so that is silver plated, and that's the color that comes out. Now we do have to burn that silver in there. So we're going to lighten it up a little bit, turn it a little more yellow. And then we're going to use pure gold. And the gold is what is going to make it into kind of like an orangey cranberry color. And then we're going to use borax laundry soap and get it even better looking with laundry soap. There. So you can see it went a little bit lighter yellow. Not quite, but it'll get really amazing here in a minute. All right, we're going to put the silver away. We're going to grab the gold. Now, gold requires an entirely different flame chemistry. Bring it in. There's my little bit of gold, and we're going to vaporize it right now. So this color is going to change totally different, drastically different. And I'll bring it over so you all can see it. So now you can see it totally changed into an entirely different color. But you can see a little bit of the hues, that little bit of ambery color in there. Not quite all the way, but right deep inside you'll see a little ambery color. Like that. All right. Next step, we're going to go to the front screen just for a minute. And we're going to use the borax laundry soap. And yes, it is borax laundry soap, 100%. It is one of the chemicals that is in borosilicate glass, boron. And it allows you to kind of reconstitute some of the glass, and it changes the colors. Really, really nice. Creates this really incredible hue to it. I think that's good. Let's go to the side pot. Look at that now. Look how much more cranberry it is. And that's because of the borax. You can see that little hue right in that center one there. Just changed it all up. So there is flower number 1 all done. And that is done with gold and silver. So that's the gold and silver. Now the next one we're going to do is with pure gold, and that is going to get more of a cranberry color. Mountain Dew for the win. Mountain Dew for the win. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are making flowers for Valentine's Day. Welcome in. Stick around. Tonight's going to be an epic night. Go to thefieryguy.com and all the pricing's there. Oh, I was going to show the flowers. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 second here. Let me show the flowers that are available on fieryguy.com with the colors, and then we got to get back to making them, okay? 30 seconds here. So this is option 1. Okay, that is option, I believe, B. Okay, that is the gold. This is the silver and gold that we had just done. Kind of has a little bit of that purplish hue to it. Little subtle change, but it is a change. And that is option D in there. And one of my favorites, the new one that's blue with gold. Now, I like it like this. If I had to do it, I would put it in a vase in low light like this. It still looks fantastic this way. It looks very old world. But I like it like that. To me, that is just elegant. Looks like a black rose, kind of. And that is option A, I believe. Yep. And the new one that is probably my favorite, this one here, the Jewel Tones, option C. This one's just pretty freaking gnarly. So those are the variations that you can order. Tonight is the last night if you want to order them so that we can get them to you. After tomorrow, I cannot do it. Okay, let's get to making the next one. And here we go. We got this. Thank you for the comments. What's up, Bayo? Yeah, the dark purple one looks really good. I think that looks amazing to me. I would leave it in low light. You know, if it were me, I would have it in a low light environment. So that it wasn't like super reflective, because I love that kind of funky look to it. What's up, Jojo? All right, here we go. So we're making the first petal, which I call the taco. It looks like a taco. Let me just fold this over. I'll bring it down side view just for a moment. Does it not look like a taco? I told you. Looks like a taco. Everything's good. Yeah, life here is good. Just busy, busy, busy. Like I said, I tore my whole PC apart, the streaming PC. I went to go add a PCIe card for 4 USB hubs. And I go to install it, and my graphics card is so monstrous. It's a huge-ass graphics card that I couldn't install it. I got it all the way, so I had to put it all back together. I rewired the entire studio, so that's kind of good. At least I got the wires picked up off the floor. So that's all good. All right, so about every third or fourth petal, I am going to show you the progress because I think that's important. I like you to see what's happening in real time. Otherwise, it's just a blinding light you guys are staring at for 15 minutes watching this. I don't think these take 15 minutes, though. I think they're about 10. All right, here we go. Next one. We're going to squish. There we go. Welcome in. If you are just joining us, we are making some amazing Valentine's flowers. We're going to be vaporizing pure gold and silver, which has gotten expensive. Silver prices have jumped. They're still high. Even though they went down a little, it's still expensive. Gold's through the roof. So it's getting expensive. I didn't even raise my prices on it. There we are. So this doesn't look like much of anything. Just kind of looks like a Venus flytrap, if anything. So it's 3 petals and the taco petal right there. And back up. Here we go. We are rocking it. So yeah, about every 3rd or 4th petal, I'm going to show you up close what it looks like. Just because. I hate watching live streams and they're just like so focused and you can't see anything for a while. And you're just like, I wish I could see a little bit of what's happening. Especially woodworkers. I don't know why they do that. I like woodworking too. I try and watch it. But they just never show the progress. They don't go, oh, look, here's where we're at. There we go. Ooh, where did I lose my place? There we are. Sometimes I can lose my place on here. You get over and you see it all folded over a certain direction, and you're like, okay, where did I put the last one? Because they do go in order, believe it or not. There is a pattern. There's a method to my madness on this. Total method to my madness. And one more. And I'll show you the progress. This is where it starts to look like a little bit of, like it wants to be a flower. Not quite there, but it's getting there. Usually about petal number 9, we will start to see it developing. All right, side view. What do you guys think? Do you like having the side view or just leave it alone and just show you up close? There we go. See, it's starting to come out. Looks like a Celtic knot right now. And there we go. Things are good. Awesome. Up close. Yeah. I think the up close looks good. Again, for me, I like showing the progress as we're going through because I think it's, that's the interactive. I love audience participation. I like answering questions when I can get to them from the people that are watching. So if you do have questions, keep asking. Most of the time I can get to it in a little bit. If not, one of the mods will help out. But I definitely try and get to it. Okay, let's get this thing. We got 2 more petals before the next view here. There we are. So this is where we get into petal number 9, technically 10, if you count the taco. Technically it'd be 10 with the taco petal. And we're going to squish it on. Here we go. That right there is one of the scariest things when you're learning glass, is to go full send on putting these things on. You just go right in. If you try and place it too quickly or too slow, it never works out. Okay, here's the, see, we're now getting into kind of like a flowery design. We're getting there. It needs to fill out. We're getting there though. All right, back at it. So the next 6 petals are going to be a lot bigger. You know what? We're going to do a very, very, very special one after this. I'm going to do it. I wasn't going to do it tonight, but we're going to do it. We're going to make an amber purple one. And then we're going to get back to orders. Okay, here we go. Going to bring this out. Again, these are a little bit bigger. So amber purple is an amazing color. It already has silver built into it. And it has a multicolor change property to it. Yep, amber purple rose. A amber purple rose. And there we go. Squish it in. So this tool I'm using right here is carbon. Basically it's pencil lead carved down, high density pencil lead. Carbon graphite comes in it's like anything, it has different grades to it. This is high density graphite. Now one of the tool makers told me it's the same graphite that they use for like nuclear reactor type stuff. I don't buy it, but I think they were just telling me that so that the prices didn't seem too damn high. But I don't know the graphite market, so I could be wrong. And here we go. Now we have a little bit for it. We have to fill in these gaps. You can see those little gaps facing upward. Mama KD, there might be, we'll have to take a look at that. There's several people, and I've had a lot of people say they're going to dibs on stuff, and then they've fallen through. So we got to figure something out on that. You know, we did the big old marble, and yeah, that one, the one we did the double galaxy version marble, you know, isn't quite claimed. So I'm not happy about that, because now I have to kind of relist it, bring it back out. And it's gigantic. Okay, here we go. Where did I just go? Oh, there it is. Again, I lost my place a little bit right there. All right, one more petal after this, and then we're going to color it up. So this one is just going to be pure gold. So we're going to use nothing but gold in this and borax laundry soap. And yes, it's borax laundry soap. But the color is amazing. I like gold a lot. I think the gold looks amazing. So the gold will turn the glass cranberry. We're going to get a cranberry color out of it, which is going to be really neat. We're going to get a beautiful, beautiful cranberry in about 2 minutes here. We've got about 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes or less. This is the last petal we're putting on. And then I just got to shore up the bottom. So we're going to stabilize the stem onto the flower itself. We're going to add these simulated little glass leaf things on it. And then we will get to coloring it. I have the gold all ready to go. So it is pure gold. We use 0.9999 pure gold from Canadian Maple Leaf. There are lots of gold coins out there, but I think the Canadian Maple Leaf has the purest metal that I've seen, because I've vaporized with a lot of them. But I've never found one that does the same as the Canadian Maple Leaf as far as the coin itself. Okay, we're just preheating right now. We're going to bring it down. We're going to go to side view just for a second. Here we go. So there it is in its full flowery section there. We're going to grab the gold. I'm going to leave it on the side view for this. It's too hard to switch back and forth. So on the end of this rod is a little tiny gold nugget. Wow, the camera's not focusing. Anyway, there's a little tiny gold nugget. It's going to change before your eyes. Here we go. It's going to be like magic. It's pretty fast. You can see it's already changing. Bring it down. Got to get all the little nooks and crannies in there. And now you can see it has gone kind of pinky. Like that. Now we're going to add the borax on here. I'm going to see what we got on. We're going to add the borax and see if it changes the color. So this literally is borax laundry soap. It is one of the materials in here that kind of makes borosilicate glass, or Pyrex. The boron, borosilicate. We're going to add that in, and it's going to change the color for sure. I just don't know where it's going to go. We're going to find out here in a second. Because every one of them is just slightly different. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to add more gold on there. We got the cranberry happening, but we definitely have to add more gold. We got to get a little bit darker for the color that we go for. I do have extra gold in here. Let's grab it. Right there. I hope you're gold. No, I don't see much in there. So I always have backups. Okay, there we go. We're going to add a little bit more. And there it is. There's a little chunk of gold. It's going to vaporize right into the flower. So this is coloring it. The gold basically gets so light that the flame is able to carry it from the tip of the flame all the way up to the glass itself. Just basically vaporizes the heck out of it. Like that. Now we can bring it out. Now we got kind of that cranberry going. We need a little bit more of borax on there, and we'll get that color popped out. That's what gold does. It just turns cranberry. That's the property of it. I can't really explain why, it just does it. And here we go. We're going to add the borax, and it's just going to give it a little bit more oomph, if you will. Just a tiny bit more oomph. And there we go. Bea, thank you for all the memberships. Thank you for doing that. And there we go. So now we got that beautiful color popping out right there. And that is gold fuming. Now we added a little bit of that little highlight in there. So I love that part. That part looks amazing. Thank you, Bea. appreciate you doing the memberships. Thank you for doing that. All right, let's grab some amber purple. I'm off screen for 10 seconds here. Well, maybe a few seconds longer. But we're going to grab some color. Just going to grab a big bundle of it, because I don't want to sort through it. We're just going to grab it. Oop, don't want to drop it though. And there we are. I did drop one. About to drop a second. Okay, we got the color here. This is an amazing color. We got a whole bunch of it. So I don't want to hassle with it, trying to find it all at once. I'm going to park it right off on the side. Okay, we're all good. Put that there. I'm just grabbing more color. There. I can't imagine you're amber purple, but if you are, we are golden. Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's a good rod for that right there. All right. So if you are just hanging with me, I'm going to show you a little preview of what the flower is going to look like, so that when we get to making it, you can see what we have going on. And here we go. We're going to kick it up. So this color looks very, very transparent in the beginning. Okay. In fact, we're going to go to the side cam just for a second. That is what it looks like. It's very clear. You can see it gets a little dark right there. The bee rose won't be the same as the amber purple. I can't sell it for the same. This is an expensive rose. The color is outrageous, mama. Yeah, this is like a lot of money. Amber purple went way up in price. Like a lot. But I've been wanting to do it, and I'm just going to do it anyway. Okay. So we made a little clear disc. Here we go. I'm going to show you a little bit about this color. Okay, there is the clear version of it. Now, I'm going to buzz it in the flame for just a second. Stay with me. Stay with me. You're going to see some awesome stuff here. And you heat it up and you cool it down. All of a sudden, it starts getting darker. Okay? See how that color just went a little darker from there? And we're going to do it again. It's going to get darker yet. Like that. Okay? Stay with me, though. You haven't seen the best part yet. One more time. Like that. Oh, look at it through the flame. See how it's ambery? And there we go. Now, here we go. This is why I absolutely positively love amber purple. Ready? Now look at it. See that color? Amber, purple. Amber, purple. See? Amber, purple. That is why I absolutely love that color. But they just raised the price on it by a lot. I mean, I'm really sad by that too. It's my favorite color. I'm not going to stop buying it. It just went up in price by a lot though. Okay, so this one has to be approached a little bit different. because the center core of the flower also has to be amber purple, or you're just going to have this clear core in it, and that wouldn't look good. Okay, are you amber? See, it's even hard for me to tell at times. This does not, this looks clear. Damn it, it is. Okay, we're going to go to this one. So there it is, kind of pre-darkened. But yeah, you got to do the center core in the amber purple, or you just have this awful looking center spiral in it. So we got to do a little extension on here. It is going to be outstanding. I'm so excited for this flower. This will be one of the prettiest flowers you've ever seen. I'm not kidding. Okay. So here we go. We're going to start it off. And I'll be showing, as I'm making it too, you're going to see it start to transform as well. It'll start getting kind of ambery purple right in the center. The outer petals will stay clear. But we'll flame polish it once it's all completed and try and bring the color out a little bit. All right, we're going to get the taco petal done. Okay, there we go. So one little side view. Again, this is the taco petal, bringing it out. Like I said, it looks like a taco. You can see the amber purple on the bottom down there starting to form. Okay, here we go. So about every third or fourth petal, I'm going to show you where we're at progress-wise, just because I think it's important to show the progress. It's an interactive live stream. If you have any questions along the way, please feel free to ask questions. I try and get to them all the time. All right, here we go. We're going to start adding the petals on. Oops, there we go. And here we go. Okay, Mama KD. Thank you. All right, so we're going to keep adding it in. This is 32 years I've been doing that. This, that. Oh my God, I can't believe I said that. 32 years, sorry. There we go. So you're going to start to see this form up as we start making. It's going to be darker in the center and lighter on the outer portions. But once I get it all the way completed, we're going to make sure the color pops out all the way. It's a little tricky to get this color to work. It takes a lot of practice to get used to it. The trick though is you have to let it cool off and then reheat it, and cool off and reheat it, cool off and reheat it. When I say it has to cool off, that means it has to come down to about 1500, between 12 and 1500 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what I mean by cool off. I got you, Mama KD. Just message us. All right, here's a side view. And you can see it's starting to get a little color. That last petal I put on is very clear, but you can see we got some colors coming in. It doesn't look like much other than that Venus flytrap look. Here we go. We're going to start adding more. I have a lot of little bits of amber purple. This is good. Yeah, I went through all my glass and started digging out all my shorts of amber purple. I was like, I need to find this now. Because normally I'd toss them in my shorts box for people. But I can tell you when they make a batch of this color, they're using, what is it? About a kilo of silver. And if you know what silver price is today, you know how much that is. I'm not going to give the exact number how much they use, but it's about a kilo, close to it. And it only makes 35 pounds. So when they batch this color, it's only 35 pounds at a time. That's how much they pull when they make these colors. Maybe it's changed, but back in the day when I was around for it, it's about 35 pounds per crucible. All right, we are looking good. I'm going to bring it back to side view so we all can check it out. Progress, here we go. So now we got the progress going. Look at that. We got a little bit of color change happening. Remember I told you the outer petals are going to start to be clear. The inner ones get darker as we go. So here we go. We're going to do 3 more. I know, Mama. I appreciate that too. Did you ask about the big marble that I was saying that the person claimed that didn't pick it up? Because that one's amazing. That marble is badass. All right, here we go. We're going to add some more petals. Ooh, 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 ooh. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I got you. Thank you. Chip, thank you so much for the big shout out. Big shout out to Chip. Thank you very much. That's what that's there for. Big shout out. Up on TikTok. And there we go. We're going to add one more petal. I'll show you where we're at. And again, the center is getting darker and darker as we go. And the outer petals will... there's not enough on there. The outer petals will stay a little lighter. Go to thefieryguy.com and we have all the prices there. This particular rose is not up there. It is a one-off right now. And literally it is one-off. It is literally a one-off rose. But when you see it, you'll know why. When it's completed and we get all the color popping out, you'll know why. Okay. I hear Fritzy. Fritzy's out here. Okay, we're going to the side view. Again, this is the beauty of it. Here we go. There's the amber color. And here we go. Boom. Now, see how beautiful that is? We're not even close to done yet. This isn't even close to done. Okay. Now we got to go to the bigger petals. And this is the hard part about doing this particular flower because they don't make amber purple too often in thicker rods. So I order what's called odds. So they come in either really skinny or really big. Luckily, I got a mix of skinny and big last time. I don't like the skinny ones. I can always pull it down myself. I'd rather them send them super big. and squish. Because like I said, I can pull it down myself. I just don't like building it up. It takes a lot longer to build them up than it is to pull them down. Okay. Not today, Satan. Not today. All right. 2 more petals and I'll show you where we're at. Yeah, like I said, Groves, about $70 worth of silver in a pound, give or take. That's why they had to raise the prices. You know, like I said, I just spoke to Abe yesterday. They ordered more glow-in-the-dark glass from me. So we're producing more for them. They sold out. So I got to make more and send it. All right, one more petal. We'll show you where we're at. Oh, no, Groves, you didn't. No, I'm glad you did the calculations. No, thank you for doing that. I was like, don't be apologetic. I'm very happy you said that. Okay, here we go. We're going to add the next petal, and then I'll show you where we're at. Full send here, and there we go. Like that. And we're going to bring it back out. Here we go. I told you we're starting to get there. Is it not looking pretty or what? Okay, where did I just set that rod down? There we go. Nope, Guy Fieri took after me. Get over it, Santiago. Sorry, hate to bust your bubble. Here we go. We're going to really squish the heck out of this. Got to make these really, really big. There we go. And here we go. We're going to melt it in just a little bit, get it stuck in there. Two more to go. I'll show you where we're at. Yeah, Hummingbird was the first thing I ever made. Well, first thing that was sellable. Yeah, Hummingbird was the first sellable item I had ever made. And squish. Melt that in. All right. one more here. Got to get it moving. And again, this is a full send approach, in and out. Okay. So we're going to come back to side view real quick. Sorry for bouncing, but I think it looks good. Any small rose vases unclaimed? No, I do not yet. All right, here we are. We are off to the side. And now you're starting to see that color envelop right there. It's developing right now. Now, technically, this flower, this size is done, but this is a pretty special, a pretty special color. I'm going to go 3 more petals or a little bit more on it. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger and just add to it because this is a really cool color, and I think it's worth the extra effort to make it a little bit bigger. I have the extra glass here, so might as well get it done. And squish. Oh, that didn't sound good. Okay. I see what happened. There we go. That little chink chink was from the stem down there. It's not the flower itself, it's the little stem. We'll fuse it right now. And all done. Yeah, you hear that little tink tink tink? That's the stem cooling down too much. That's why I do those little stem extensions on there to seal it up so it doesn't do that. We're going to keep this super warm though, because I don't want it falling off. Okay, we're going to bring it out and squish it again. Yeah, no glass blower wants to hear that dink. It's a horrible sound. If it had been in the rose, I'd be totally upset. But it is not. Okay, I think we have one more petal to go. All right, what did I just burn? Did you guys see that puff of smoke? I burned something on it. I think a bug. Every time, oh crap. Every time I burn a bug, I always think of Men in Black. You know, when they took it personal with the bugs. Like, here comes the Men in Black after me. Right there, that's where I wanted it. I'm trying to get it to loop down a little. Oh, damn it. One more. Sorry. This is the rabbit hole. One more petal. I'll show it to you. We got to stop. One more. This thing just got way bigger than I wanted now. It definitely just grew. Last one. Last one. All right, we're done. Let's warm it up for a second, and then I'll show you guys where we're at. So it's just warming it up. We got to warm it up a tiny, tiny bit so it can cool off for a second. Got to warm it up. Okay. We're going to come over to the side cam. And here we go. Y'all ready? This isn't quite done yet, but now you can see that color doing its thing. And we're not even, it's still not done. It's still not done. Keep it warm. I got to put the little extensions on the side. Okay, we're going to do that right now. So this kind of locks the flower, the head of the flower down to the stem itself. It just kind of seals everything up, makes it look really good. But mostly locks that in there. There. Kind of like little simulated leaves. All right, so we got to warm it back up. Then we're going to bring it in. And you see it really developing its colors here. It even gets that little striation of what a natural petal would look like. Okay, one more time. This is going to get it a little bit better. And we're going to bring it down, and the color's still going to morph here. We're going to watch it change in real time. You're going to see it get a little more purpley and blue as it cools. Watch it. It's just going to start getting more purple and blue. This is a one-off. Nope, it is not. I love this color. This color went up in price by a tremendous amount, so I figured I'd do a one-off. Is the light helping it do it? No. No, the light just allows you to see the color, but it's not doing anything special. It is literally just allowing you to see the natural colors in it. Okay, we got that there. But I'm going to show you, I'll show you exactly what happens. We're going to do a quick run on it. Give me 2 minutes. I got a little bit sitting here. I'll show you exactly how it works. We'll talk about it for just a minute. So there it is in its dark form, okay? This is what it kind of looks like when it's used. When it is in its clear form, it looks like that. Okay, see how it transformed from there to there? We're going to do that right now. I'm going to squish it. Going to get it hot. We're going to squish it. It's going to go clear. We're going to get it super, super clear. And this is the key to it. You have to get it clear before you can get the color out of it. If it is colored before this happens, it's not right. You didn't do it right. Okay? So there it is. See? All clear. We're going to use the light just so you can see. See it in its clear form? So now we're going to take a very soft flame, not quite as hot, and we're just going to buzz it up here and warm it back up. So the trick is you have to let it cool, warm it back up, and it starts growing these little silver crystals on it, like that. And it starts getting darker, okay? See, it just got darker. And we're going to do it again, and it's going to get a little darker yet. This is the magic reveal of amber pearl. I'm teaching you how to do this if you're a glassblower. If you're not, I would highly suggest you save this video. Okay, let it cool. If you want to learn about this color, heat it back up. Just like that. Bring it back out one more time. Okay, see how dark it went? Look in front of the flame. You can see that amber color. Last time, right here. Okay, we're going to come right around. And we're going to let it cool. And now that clear color will morph into, ready? That. Amber, purple. Amber, purple. Isn't that pretty? You can even see the amber right there. See how it shifts? Watch. That's what I'm saying. This is the trippiest color on the planet. I love it. That's why I love that color. Yeah, I don't do horses, unfortunately. Thank you for asking. I can't make a horse to save my life. I really can't make a horse. I've tried. I have tried so many times. I can't make a horse. I need Mountain Dew, though. It gets hella hot up here. I need something. All right, let's make a flower. Who are we making the next flower for? Who are we making the next one for? These are all orders. We're getting done. We are making for Eric. Eric ordered the option C. I have actually made a cow. Oh my God, are you serious? Did you just break? You little bastard. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Came undone. Yeah, I've made a Holstein cow. I haven't made any other cow, just a Holstein. All right, so the flower we're making is this one. I'm going to bring it out in side view. No, you didn't pay for the marble, Ray. Stephanie sent you an email. Side view. Okay, watch. So this is the flower we're going to be making next. This is a beautiful, now this is made with cobalt glass. So we're going to take this, where's it at? We're going to take this cobalt right here. Well, it's not really showing. That cobalt and turn it to that. So we're going from that to that. Hope you guys are buckled up and ready for the ride. Buckle up, kiddies. It's gonna be an amazing flower. Here we go. Let's get it all prepped. We need our cobalt. Ooh, that's a good one. And if I were cobalt, there we go. Perfect. So yeah, so in order to get that color on that cobalt, we're going to be taking silver and vaporizing it onto the cobalt blue. And that is one of the most intriguing processes we've come up with in a long time in using the conjunction with the borax. It's, for some reason, is working out very well. I didn't expect the color to do what it did, but I'm not complaining. Here we go. I'm going to pop out for a second on the view, just for a minute. There we go, so you can see the jellyfish. I love that jellyfish. I'm surprised no one's bought a jellyfish. I thought for sure those jellyfish would be gone. We have 2 of them. I kept one, though. That is the uranium jellyfish, too. So it has the uranium light up. See? All the tentacles light up. I'm trying to find, see the light base down here? I'm trying to find one that lights up black light like that. And then this is the skull. Let's see if I can reach out. There you go. So now you can see that hidden skull down there. That guy. Then the jellyfish also has iridescence. It's all iridized. All right, let's make a flower. I've been jabbing. Been jabbering away. Let's go. Buckle up. The jellyfish are not on the site. No, I only made 2. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Are they on the site? I don't know. Stephanie's been working really hard. So we were primarily on Etsy for a long time, and Etsy's just been a horrible place to sell as of past couple years. So we've had to go through and start rebuilding our own website, our own stuff, because I'm just tired of the games that Etsy's been playing. It's pretty horrible. It's not just us. It's a bunch of people. If you're on Etsy, you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, they lock up your money for no reason, without notice. You know, last year, I think it was last year, you know, they sent everybody a notice, hey, we're going to hold your money 90 days until there's customer satisfaction. It's like, what? No asking, no nothing, just locked up all your money. All right, there is the taco. Okay, that's not working. Let's bring this out a little bit. Boom, 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 boom. There. Nope, that's too far. There. All right, I meant to go side view. Yeah, Etsy's just been terrible lately. And there is the taco. That's why I call it a taco. I wish it was better because they were an amazing platform at one time. They were a very, very good platform to work with. And it went really downhill. Nope, I am a real fiery guy, though. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Misty. Okay, here we go. So this cobalt is going to turn into jewel tones. It's going to look kind of like aqua, teal, greens, blues, all kinds of cool colors bouncing through it when we get done. Now, about every third or fourth petal, I will be showing you exactly where we're at. So if you want to stick around for a while, it won't be boring, I promise. I'll show you exactly how the flowers get formed. And we'll go from there. If you have any questions with regard to glassblowing, please feel free to put them in the chat. If I don't get a chance to get to it, most of the mods know the answers to a lot of the questions. And here we go. We're going to flatten it again. And we're going to pull it in. And there we go. Okay, side view. Again, this is where it's forming up, but it's not quite a flower yet. It's not there. This is the hard thing when you start doing this stuff. It doesn't look like anything when you start. But as it progresses, it starts filling out. This is frustrating when you're first learning and you do that, you're like, oh my God, it doesn't look like a flower. But then you keep going, you're like, oh, okay. Now it's coming around. Gotta have faith. Trust the process. And here we go. So yeah, every third or fourth petal, I will show you exactly where we're at, how the progress is going. It does give me a chance to look at questions too. What's up, Heather? How are you? Creative, how are you? Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that. If anybody is in North Carolina, I am hoping that you guys get through this crap. You guys have been through a lot. So you have my thoughts with you. Weather has not been kind to you, but it shall pass. Okay, we're going to melt that in. You're fine? Yeah, a lot of people have been saying they aren't. But I hope everything's good. There's a lot of snow, though. You guys are getting pummeled. One of the glass distributors that we had for a long time, they were actually quite good. They were based in North Carolina. They just went out of business because they never recovered from the hurricane. I was pretty sad about that. They were a good business, too. Okay, and here we go. We're going to pop it over again. Now we're starting to get a little bit of some happiness to it. There we are. See, it's starting to fill out. It's not quite a flower, like all the way. Exactly, Heather. Yeah, 100%. They didn't. You guys did. Yeah, you did. I know you didn't get the federal that you needed. That was not fair. Okay, let's go 3 more. What's up, Share Bear? How you doing? Oh man, this is such a good process. I love making these. And again, this particular rose is for Eric. I'm not going to say last names because I'm not going to invade your privacy that way. But I will message you when we complete them. And it's your rose. This is the last night for the Valentine's roses. If I can't guarantee any more Valentine's deliveries if they're not ordered tonight. It's not a high pressure tactic. We have a lot of sales. I'm just letting anybody know if you were curious. Now is the time because over the next 3 days I'll be finishing it up and it allows enough time for the shipping to get there. Here we go. I said it's not a high pressure sales tactic. I'm not trying to drum them up. I'm just letting people know if you were thinking about it, it is the time. Allison, they are on thefieryguy.com. No, you can't take the Gorilla Glass and do that. Not all glass is the same by a long shot. There are roughly 3 different types of glass. You got soda lime, which is your typical kind of window glass, okay? Soda lime is very much considered like windows, plate windows. And then you got a soft glass, which is kind of like it's got a coefficient of 104, which won't make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but it's Venetian. So like Murano, Venetian glass is 104. Or Chihuly. And then you got what's called a hard glass, which is what I use, and this is Pyrex, is a common brand, but it's known as borosilicate in the industry. Pyrex is a brand, not a type, but that is where are we at? Okay, we're right there. That is a misconception that a lot of people don't understand, and I don't expect you to. How would you know? Pyrex has been such a household name, you think it's a type. And I could see where that could happen, the misunderstanding. But this is like the glass, your old cookware, everything from old cookware to Breaking Bad equipment. Same thing. I love that show, Breaking Bad. I probably shouldn't even say it. I thought about making a little Breaking Bad tribute piece, like a full chem setup, miniature, like really small, like non-functional. But man, I don't want to get tagged with. I was going to do it just out of love for the show, but it kind of makes me nervous. No, this one is going to be silver. All right, we're going to bring it in. Oh, come on. There we go. Side view. So we're starting to get it filled out, okay? We're starting to get some of this filled out. And this will be blue-green when we get all done. Oh, I know you recover. I got you on that. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about I don't want to get flagged by the, upset police. Know what I mean? All right, so we're going to start getting a little bigger here. Even though it wouldn't be functional, I don't want someone getting all angry about it. But I thought it'd be a cool tribute because the show was freaking amazing. I know exactly how I would replicate it too. So I'll just give the idea because I don't know if I'll get to it. I thought about buying a little Winnebago toy, like the mini Winnebago, and making the chem set to fit in a mini Winnebago toy. Wouldn't that be freaking funny? All right, here we go. The adult dollhouse. The forbidden dollhouse. There you go. But yeah, I already found the Winnebago. Get it done, model it up just to look like it. Do the painting. Open the top up. And then make it a visual. It would be so freaking cool. Okay, so we're going to put one more petal on here. You're going to start to see this filling out. We're almost done. If you've got another 2 or 3 minutes, it's well worth it to stick around and watch this maybe 4 minutes. It's well worth it to stop and take a few minutes and watch what happens to this cobalt glass when we get done with it. It's a really cool process where we take pure silver. It's 0.9999 pure. And we literally vaporize it into the glass. All right, there we go. What's the hardest glass I've ever... I could actually show you something that is super difficult. Okay. Let me put the 3 petals on here. I can't stop at this point, okay? I have to make these next 3 petals. But if you wait till I'm done and I color this up, I'll show you one of the most difficult pieces you could possibly do. I've even done a self-portrait. So the self-portrait was a challenge that someone put on me. I said I could do a self-portrait. And I happen to have it nearby. Okay, we're going to buckle that down. Yep. I have a self-portrait. You guys, type 1 in the chat if you want to see the self-portrait. I will bring out the self-portrait, and one of the most difficult pieces to do on top of that if you want to see it. You gotta type 1 in the chat though. Okay, and where was I gonna be? Yeah, you gotta be right there. Oh, it's getting complicated. Okay, we're gonna burn this off. And I got to do one more petal on here. This isn't complete right this second. I have to do one more petal. And then we'll color it up, and I'll bring out the self-portrait and a very difficult piece. There we go. All right, we're going to blend it in. Ooh. It definitely wanted to take off on me there. All right, let me melt in these little bits of clear on here. Get it sealed up, and then we'll go from there. So this is kind of like sealing up the flower a little bit. It stops it from cracking and falling apart. And they just act like little tiny leaves falling from the bottom of the flower. Don't do it. That did almost went bad. Come on. Speaking of breaking bad, that almost broke bad. Okay. Almost did it. Oh yeah, self-portrait in anything is difficult, but now when I did it when I was an image of young. I was like young image. But they just said any self-portrait, so. All right, here we go. So we're going to show you how this magic happens. We're going to use pure silver and color this, okay? This is where I told you to stick around. So there we are in pure cobalt, okay? This is what it looks like, just pure cobalt glass. We're going to grab a little tiny chunk of pure silver that sits at the end of this little glass rod, right there. And we're going to vaporize it in the flame. And it's very, very fast how it coats it. Like that. And it changes it magically like that. So now we have some blue-greens running through it. That's the silver. We're going to melt it in a little bit, blend it. And now you can see the colors. And this is where the magic's going to happen. So we're going to take borax laundry soap. It is literally borax laundry soap for real. And we're going to vaporize the borax laundry soap into the glass. Okay? And this is going to change the coloring. And here we go. Now, borax is part of what makes borosilicate, boron. So borax is mostly boron, and that's what makes borosilicate. Borosilicate. Okay, we should be good. Let's take a look. Now, did I tell you it would be jewel-toned? Is that not gorgeous or what? I told you. That's why I love this color. Okay, so first things first, let me make sure I have everything here. Okay, we got you. Got you. So I'm going to have to use the side cam for this, okay? I apologize, because it's you'll see why. This was one of the most difficult little items I've ever done. Okay? It's hard to see right now. Let's grab a light. Oh, he's even hard to see on there. Anyways, it's a tiny microscopic hummingbird. I'm trying to even get the light on it. There. It fits in the size of a dime. And the camera can't even focus on it. But yeah, that's a tiny little hummingbird. And it fits inside a dime. So super tiny is hard. We're going to zoom out a little bit so I can fit two of the pieces. So this one, if you're new, this is one of the another difficult little challenge piece. This is the Dragon Dagger. It is all glass. The whole thing is 100% glass. It is a fantastic item to kind of play with and have fun with. You can see there, little dragon head. We'll get it up close. Oop, there we go. There's a little detail of the dragon head. Got the little ruffles and the teeth all in there. And we'll bring it back out. But yeah, that's the Dragon Dagger. It's hard to get in the picture. I don't want to get it in the flame. But yeah, that's another difficult piece. So it scales from big to small, what's difficult. And then the self-portrait. So you guys ready for the self-portrait? Let me zoom in a little bit. It's a tiny version. Actually, let me pop this out. Hold on one second. I got to pop it out just a little bit. Right there. Okay, here's the self-portrait. Again, I was very young when they challenged me to make a self-portrait. I said I could, but I did it when I was young. It was easier for me to do. And there we are. So that, you can see the hair matches. I told you I was really young, had a good sense of direction. I knew what I wanted in life. And there I am. So I won the bet. They didn't say what type of self-portrait. I just said it was a self-portrait. So I won the bet. Yeah, it's one of those things. It was like, okay, we can challenge that. We can challenge it and win. Fastest kid in the bunch. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know about that. Maybe I just, had a good sense of direction. The winter pose, right? Okay. What are we on now? This magnet's really strong. So these are all orders, like I said. We are This is another Eric, and we are making the B version. So let me see which one is B. Okay, that's D. So B is gold. So this will be straight up only gold. I definitely have to cut a piece of gold off. Unless there's a little bit on here. Let me see if there's any gold on here. Oh yeah, this has plenty. Okay, we can do it. Yeah, we can do the gold. I got it. I definitely make things to sell. 100%. Cruising, have a good night. Thank you, Cruising, for everything. I appreciate you, Colleen, Tiffany, Bayo. I did win, you know. I did win the contest. We definitely, I think I got it long enough. Nope. Okay, here we go. So we're going to try a little bit of a speed run on this. I'm going to try and get it done a little bit quicker than normal. I have actually made an elephant. Mostly purple elephants of all things. I would expect to make pink elephants, but purple elephants were popular. Yep, Debs, go to thefieryguy.com. Is it okay to ask where I'm from? Sure, I am from my mom. Where are you from? No, I'm in Washington. State of Washington. All right, here we go. That's Boogie. And thank you for hanging with me, guys and gals and everybody. I appreciate it. Tonight's been so far freaking amazing. I've had a good time tonight. I've had a fantastic time. Finland? Well, awesome. 6:15 a.m. in the morning. Well, top of the morning to you, Dilly. All right, so this is the taco petal, and that's why I call it the taco. Do I still have the piggy? I have the piggy here. They haven't picked it up. It's a neighbor. So I have the piggy in the house right now. We're going to get some photographs, but it's from my neighbor. That particular pig we did. Did you guys see that bug? Seriously? Did you just see it fly right into my flame and attack me? Like, it hit me. That was like an aggressive bug. I do not make any lamps, no. My name is Jason. Yes. It just doesn't go with my theme, though. That's why I don't use my name. You know? It would sound so stupid. Fiery Jason. It just doesn't ring. Yeah, no lamps. I don't do any lamps. No. All right, here we go. And again, if you are just joining us, I will show you the progress as we're going through. About every third or fourth petal, we will show the progress of how the flower gets assembled. This is more of a how it's made, not how to make it. Although if you are a glass blower and you're watching, you will pick up a few tips and tricks. And there we are. So again, it doesn't look like it's starting. It just doesn't look like even a flower's beginning right there. But that is the beginning of the full-fledged flower. Almost looks like a bug. A Highland cow. I would have to look at what a Highland cow looks like to be able to determine that. The reason I was able to do the Holstein is because black and white is one of the easiest colors to combos to kind of mess with when you're doing animals. Black and white's pretty simple. Browns are super hard. There are not a lot of good browns in this industry. I actually have to make it myself most of the time. Like we did it was a dino nugget. You know, those little chicken nuggets that are shaped in dinosaurs. Good night, Bayo. Have a good one. Thank you for hanging with me and all the support. I really appreciate you. Anyway, so we made a dino chicken nugget. The little, I think it was a Triceratops or a Stegosaurus, one of the two. And I didn't have the right color. So we had to manufacture the color to make it look like the dino chicken nuggets. And that was kind of like an off brown. But it did come out really cool, to be honest. Actually, it was a pretty cool piece, to be honest. I wasn't super excited about doing it, but it did come out really cool. You'd be sweating? Actually, you wouldn't be sweating. It's not hot like that. This environment is not super hot. In fact, it's pretty cold in my legs right now. The lower body's pretty cold right now. And even the upper body's not hot at all. Until you start making gigantic pieces and the radiating heat off the glass hits you, there's not much there. There's not much heat. Red Elvis could be close for the cow. Yeah, I would definitely have to take, that's a good look for it. I'll have to take a look at it. I would definitely take a look at that. But again, we're pretty backed up on orders right now with custom. Even like Bayo was asking for a hippo, and that is on my agenda. So when we get time to do it, we'll be doing it. But we're pretty backed up on custom orders. We're at least 2 months out. It's a good position to be in. Do I teach classes? Not really, but if you follow the live stream, you'll learn a lot. Is it difficult to make glow-in-the-dark glass versus UV? Yeah. It's a totally different process. There we go. Pop that there. But if you follow the live stream, you'll definitely pick up a lot. And for the members on YouTube, I'm going to be doing a membership live streams with it. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I just couldn't get it done. But we'll be scheduling membership live streams, and that will have some tutorials in it, kind of. Oh, I know, Bea. I just wanted you to know that I hadn't forgot. I got everybody asking for custom orders, and I don't want you thinking that I'm ignoring yours. That's all. And Red Squeak's probably next on my list. Red Squeak is probably next on there. We got to finish a memorial for her. There we go. Jesus. Okay, we're going to be adding more petals. I haven't been showing this. Crap, I've just been hauling butt. There we are. So we got some flowery going. We're not done yet. We're getting close. But we definitely have at least 6 more petals to put on here and build it up. It's formed, but not quite all the way. It needs more work. So is there a single in a planter? You mean a like plant? Is yellow hard to make? I don't know. I don't know about yellow. I definitely don't make a lot of colors. I only make a couple. And the only one is available to the public, and that is sold through North Star Glass. I don't sell directly. I worked a deal out with them, and they have the exclusive on it. All right, we're going to be adding, at least, like I said, 6 petals on there, 5 more to go. I'll show you the progress as we go. I have a hummingbird repair we have to do tomorrow. It is a memorial piece, so we'll be definitely knocking that out tomorrow during the day. He had messaged us that he broke the piece and his wife was very mad. So we're having to fix it up. You can place custom orders. It's just a waiting list on Super Custom. Like if you asked me to make a turtle riding on a camel holding a martini, I wouldn't be able to get to that right away. But if it's just a change of color, or you want a hummingbird in cobalt versus another color, that's easy. If it's just like a not too difficult color change or something like that, that's not really a big deal. Okay, we definitely have 3 more petals to go. We have 3 to go. Okay, we're getting there. See how it's filling out now, though? We're starting to get that little curvature down on the bottom petals. That's where you really want to get that little curve. Yeah, I feel bad for Mountain Glass too, but yeah. It's business. I mean, they tried and it didn't work. They got hit really hard. They never recovered from the hurricane. But that is part of business. That's why business is risky. I mean, not everybody's cut out for it. I mean, I got to tell you, my business was kicking butt during just before COVID. Just before COVID, we had a deal with Airbnb where we were doing Airbnb experiences. So you could come in and do a glassblowing experience at my studio. I had an entire guest setup built. And you could come in and do a glassblowing experience here and book it on Airbnb, and it was, working like clockwork. And then COVID hit. And all my in-person Airbnb bookings got deleted overnight. So my income went from doing very well to nothing. And that's part of business. You never know what's going to hit you. So it's a difficult thing to be self-employed. You know? Yeah, when COVID hit, it hit hard for business on us because we were booked out. We were booked on Airbnb for about a year. We had about a year wait list for experiences, and then it just disappeared. And then after it restarted back up, they had changed all the rules and changed all the stuff, and it wasn't worth it for me anymore. And I had already shifted to something else like live streaming because I had to shift. Okay, we got the last petals on there. We're going to put these little fake leaf extensions on here. And then we're going to color it up. So this is going to be just pure gold. We are doing pure gold on this guy, gold fume. It's going to change to a cranberry is our goal, cranberry color. And in order to achieve that color, we'll be using, again, pure gold. It's 0.9999 pure. And there we go. So that is just like little simulated leaves. Okay, we're going to go to a side view. We're going to warm this up. The side view is the best way to see the color changing properties of it. There we are. So now we got all the petals. You can see it's all just a full-blown flower at the moment. We're going to grab our gold. And again, this is pure gold. It's a little tiny nugget on here. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. It's having a hard time. It's right there. That right at the top. It's really hard to see. The little nugget right there. Okay, so in order to do this, we superheat the gold right at the tip of the flame. And it goes from the flame all the way to the flower. The gold becomes lighter than the flame, the gas, and the pressure behind the flame. And it uses the flame as a conduit to travel onto said flower. Like that. So now it just got coated up with pure gold. You can see that golden hue to it a little bit. We got to go a little darker. It needs more. Okay, we're going to bring it back in and get the rest of it colored up. Got to go a little bit darker on it. And then the last step is we're going to be using borax laundry soap. It is 20 Molten borax. And we're going to vaporize that borax into this glass, and it's going to give us a little bit of a cranberry color. I'm going to use every little speck of gold on here, considering how much it is now. We're going to, every little tiny grain. Okay, so pay attention to the color now. Okay. Now we're going to grab the laundry soap, pop it down here, change the flame chemistry just a little bit, and we're going to add the borax onto it, coating it the same way. And it's going to actually enhance that gold. It's going to lock it in place, first of all, but it's really going to change the coloring and just give it a magical little touch to it. A happy little hue. Like that. And now we kind of got that cranberry look going. I actually think that's pretty good right there. I don't think I need to do any more to it. It is really gorgeous. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama. Okay, I do need to take a short break. It's been 2 hours, so give me a few minutes. I got to check in the house and Fritz and everything else, and I will see if I can get back out here in a little bit. Can't promise it, but I'm going to try. We got lots of flowers to do. So, but if I don't see you, you have a good night. Letter, that one was Mama Katie. Well, I can tell you, I got the order right in front of me. How about I just look at that? That was letter B. Or let me check it. I think that was, there it is. Yeah, that's B. D has more of a orange tint to it. Yeah, D has a little bit more of an orange tint. So I will see you all in just a little bit.